Alright, so this is a model that you can get either on the 3D printing sites or even on Etsy, already printed off and ready to be shipped to you. The one I found was from Thrill Studios, and they offered 3 different sizes. This is the medium size. I mean, I'm curious as to see what the large one would be, but this was in my budget, so I wanted to pick it up. If you're new to the channel, I love Umberhulks. They've always been my favorite D&D monster. And there's some weird sculpts out there, but this is the one I really enjoyed when I saw it, so I want to pick it up and have some fun with it. There was an old, well, it is old now, but one of my original videos was 3 Umberhulks that I ended up painting all of them. 2 were the same, and one was a little bit different. One of them got sent to Anthony over at the Crafty DM, and he was nice enough to make a video about it. So. Starting off with the primer, Style Res Black. Shocker there, that's one of my favorites. Went ahead and got the whole thing covered. And I actually gave it a second prime coat because the first one just seemed to rub off a little bit. But going in here now with the Vallejo Game Color Hex Lichen, it's a medium purple, really cool color. I wanted to put this as a reverse zenithal to go ahead and take care of all the shadows and under areas. And then after that dried, I just did an actual zenithal with Vallejo Surface Primer Ghost Grey, just to give it that I don't want to say it's like ready for slap chop, but I want to do something similar. But yeah, just zenithal prime, and then we took it from there. And we don't forget to get the base too. Yeah, I've actually been holding on to this model for a while. I'm just trying to find the right time to do it. But been doing a lot of 40K content lately, so I figured I'd go ahead and switch it up a little bit and get this guy out of the way. I wanted to do him like an ancient albino Umberhulk. Just like I said, just to be different and just have some fun with it. Here's the, after I got done with the Vallejo Model Color White with the top-down dry brush. And yep, guess what? He broke a while ago, so I tried to get him fixed as best as I could. Still had a little bit of a gap there, so I actually took some Vallejo plastic putty, and I eventually fill in that gap. I had footage of it, but you don't need to see that. Okay, next I took some Citadel contrast paint, Apothecary White, if I can say it. Put it in my airbrush and just gave it a nice coating of it. I wanted it to be a little bit thicker than a glaze, so I didn't thin it down as much because I still wanted to see some of the purple showing through the undertones. Druchii Violet and some contrast medium. Just didn't come out as stark as I wanted it to, so eventually I just go over it a couple times. But I wanted to get that bare skin, and you can see those the sinewy muscles in there. But yeah, I figured since I want to do this guy as like an ancient albino Umberhulk, the purple should come out pretty nice with the whitish armor. And I didn't want to go stark white on it. I just didn't think it would look that good if I just went completely white. All right, Ghost Grey Thinned to a glaze. This took the longest out of all the painting because I did go over it a few times. And look, you can see the print lines right there. Yep. Normally I put, if it's a 3D model, I'll put a little 3D symbol on the thumbnail, but since I bought it like this and I didn't print it off myself, I didn't bother with that. But yeah, because like I said, you could order this model on Etsy. It's still available. But yeah, I went over, I glazed each area a couple times, and then I went back to soak up some of the glazed paint so it didn't pool. Because even with it being ghost gray like that, it will still give you some like a coffee staining type look. And as a glaze, you can still see some of the colors underneath, a little bit of the underlying darker gray, and in spots where you had the purple, you can still see a little bit of the purple underneath it. Okay, Citadel Emperor's Children, just giving this a little bit more color. And this is also not as thin as a glaze, but there we go. Just want to get a little extra color under those muscles. Okay, contrast medium and contrast Aggaros dunes. I wanted to try this for the mandibles here. I actually really liked it too. Came out to be a really nice color. Yeah, the previous Umberhulks I painted, I think I did the mandibles black and just put a nice gloss coat over them, but I just want to get a little bit more color in. And then add a little bit of contrast black Templars into the mix, just to start to darken up those tips of the mandibles. Well, this is embarrassing. Apparently I lost a lot of audio here and processed the video, uploaded it, and now I'm redoing it. So, yeah, we're just going to keep on trudging along here. Little Flesh Tears red and some contrast medium. Gonna just mix that together and glaze it over the pink muscles. It's going to give it a little bit of a reddish color to it. I did this because the pink just wasn't doing it for me, so add a little bit more color, make it stand out a little bit, and all is well in the world. Yeah, I'm actually recording this after a long day of work, and my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to do my best. But yeah, I apologize for for uploading this with some missing audio. I just happened to be watching the video, and it's like, okay, where's my voice at? And it's not like I love the sound of my own voice, but it's like, okay, I'd like to hear what's going on. But we're just going to keep on going, like I said. Okay, just adding this mix to all the pink areas of the flesh. Give it a little bit of, get a little bit more color in there. Okay, contrast skeleton horde and some contrast medium. This is going in all the cracks, crevices, separations, joins, anywhere where two pieces of its chitin armor is coming together. Any type of cuts, scratches. It's just going to get this, just going to give a little bit of a dirty look to it. You figure this thing's moving around in tunnels and underground, so it's not going to be completely clean at all times. But just going to go ahead and get this taken care of here. A little bit on the face as well. And it just helps to separate all those armor panels, all the little nooks and crannies. If this was a starship model, it'd be basically panel lining it. All right, now for the claws here, Black Templar, contrast, and some Incubi Darkness from Citadel. Mix them together. Saw this on another video. It gives a really nice color. And then eventually what you don't see is that I edge highlight the claws with some Thunderhawk blue. Yeah, I did this just to avoid just painting them black and being done with it. Just want to give it a little bit of extra color in there. Alright, Vallejo model color flat earth with some acrylic matte medium, or thinner rather. Just laid it on thick. Wanted to get something that I can add some other colors to with no problems, which is this Citadel Contrast Gryph-hound Orange. Just a heavy stipple. I wanted to change the color just a little bit because I've got something planned here for not only the base but our big boy. Okay, using artist pastels, I found something similar, like the closest I could to the actual blended color on the base, and just taking a piece of sandpaper, ground it down, and started adding it to the Umberhulk. I wanted to get the feet because I figured he's walking around that in there, so you're going to see that on his feet. Up the legs a little bit, and then in his hands around those claws where he might be just like digging through solid earth. And then I eventually put some on a little bit on the carapace, but not a whole lot. Now I was surprised that when I got done with all of this, it actually looked a lot closer to the base than I had originally expected. So I was pretty happy with the end result on that one. Yeah, the only thing I didn't want to go too heavy and obscure the paint job that I had just done. Okay, we're going to add it to the base as well. Just want to make sure everything looks like it's from the same environment. Okay, then to fix down the pigments on there, you're just going to take some isopropyl alcohol, just get a little spray bottle, give it a good spritz, and that should lock those pigments in place. And then we can't forget about the big guy too. Just want to be careful with him because I don't want the alcohol tearing off the paint. So, all right, just gonna gloss up those eyes, finish him up, and we're gonna be ready for the final reveal. Sorry I had to upload this a second time because something happened with the audio, but again, like, comment, subscribe, share, and a huge thanks for making it to the end. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Hey, if you liked the video, please consider subscribing and check out the playlist on the left for more content. Thanks again for watching.